The Cape Derby, the much anticipated Cape Derby, right? Stellenbosch FC took on Cape Town City at the David Craven Stadium in Stellenbosch, right? So let's talk about these two clubs, right? These two clubs were in form. The two Cape sides, right? This is like a second Cape Derby for Stellenbosch in a space of like 2 weeks, right? Remember, they took on their other rivals, Cape Town Spurs, winning by 3-0 at the Cape Town Stadium just about a few weeks ago, right? Now they came into this one against another informed club, Cape Town City, the Citizens. Both of these clubs were on form, right? Think about it. Stellenbosch coming into this clash, 8 games unbeaten in all competition, winning their last 3. The finalists of the Carling Knockout Cup. Remember, they do play their Carling Knockout Cup final against TS Galaxy at the Moses Mabhida Stadium on the 16th of December, right? And then let's go to Cape Town City. Cape Town City coming into this one unbeaten in their last 7 league games, winning their last 6 league games, winning 6 consecutive league games coming into this one, right? As well as think about it, it was a battle between Khanyisa Mayo against Ikram Reyners of Stellenbosch City, of Stellenbosch FC, I meant to say. Khanyisa Mayo, remember, on fine goal-scoring form after he had a slow start to the season, scoring 6 in his last 6 league games coming into this one. As for Reyners, on the other hand, he has scored 5 in all competitions, including 4 goals in the league. So it was a battle of the two number 9s, the two centre forwards, the two danger men, the two predators on the opposing sides of the of this particular derby, right? And it must be noted that it was a game that would be won based on tactics of the coach and based on the quality of the players. So now let's think about it, right? Stellenbosch, on the other hand, remember, they came into this one. There was no Jaden Adams in the starting 11 for the Stellies due to the fact that he was already on 3 yellow cards. So they could not risk him on missing out on the final game, on the cup final game against TS Galaxy at the Moses Mabhida Stadium on the 16th. So they had to put him out of this one. But if you are to look at this star-studded Stellenbosch FC team, it did not affect them in terms of anything. They already had replacements. They've got great players, man. Nhlanhla Mngaka on the bench as well. They had Gaugelo Sigota also on the bench. And, coming in for Jaden Adams, you already had former Kaizer Chiefs midfielder Daryl Macheke. You also already have Devin Titus, who has also been on wonderful form for the Stellies. He has been superb for the Cape side. And think about it, man. Stellenbosch FC is a team that is made up of quite a lot of young players. You understand? That's the reason why this team is actually doing so well, right? Young players who are not afraid to make mistakes, who are not afraid on the ball, who are not afraid to take the risks. And, they play with so much freedom and so much confidence. That's the reason why Stellenbosch FC have been doing so well this season. And think about both of these two sides, right? Stellenbosch and Cape Town City. Only 5 points was separating them coming into this clash. Only separated by 5 points, right? So it was 3rd versus 2nd. Stellenbosch being in 3rd on 20 points, and then obviously the Citizens being number 2, tied in 2nd position with 25 points. So they were only separated by 5 points coming into this clash. Both of these sides, Stellenbosch as well as the Citizens, right? But right now, victory was very crucial for both clubs, right? As you see, both of these teams want to close down the gap on runaway log leaders, Mamelodi Sundowns, understanding the fact that Cape Town City coming into this one were only 5 points behind Mamelodi Sundowns, and then the Stellies only 10 points behind Mamelodi Sundowns. Remember, Mamelodi Sundowns are on 30 points, having won all 10 of their first games this season, meaning they are on 30 points with a 100% record. So let's get straight into the game. The Stellies started like a house on fire, of course. Ikram Reyners being at the heart of it all. I think the problem sometimes with Ikram Reyners, yes, he doesn't time some of those runs, right? He doesn't time his runs because he's always in an offside position. That was his problem. He makes those runs too quickly. He must just time them a bit, make sure he times his run, make sure that he's in the right position at the right time so that he can receive the ball. Although the first meaningful chance that we saw in the first half was through inform Khanyisa Mayo of Cape Town City. You know, it was great ball control from him. He did so well to set up the space for himself, forcing a great shot, forcing a great shot on his favorite left foot, and, forcing a great save from Oscarine Masuluke in the Stellies goal. That was the first meaningful shot on target. And then we also saw, Stellenbosch also did have an opportunity of their own to take the lead. Through who else but Ikram Reyners. Great combination play from him, between him and Devon Titus. Devon Titus bringing in that wonderful cross. Ikram Reyners, he did get a touch on the ball. Unfortunately, he ballooned his effort over the bar on his left foot. He could have kept a bit of composure, you understand, but we understand, it happens, right? It came first time, the ball came from the air, it was on his weaker left foot, so you can understand, make an excuse for him, but he could have done better. That could have been his first goal against Cape Town City. Remember, bear in mind, Ikram Reyners has never scored against Cape Town City. Right, that could have been a great way for him to score his first goal against Cape Town City. As well as we saw, Stellenbosch did also have another chance, but unfortunately, it was a great combination play by Reyners, setting himself in space, trying to create an opening. Unfortunately, it was great cover defense from the citizens, but he could only find Daryl Macheke, who kind of scuffed his effort with his left foot. He scuffed his effort, so there was really no sting in the effort, right? It was also on his weak left foot, but you could tell that, he should have done better. He should have hit it more with venom, hit it more with power, to trouble Darren Keat in the Cape Town City goal, right? And then Khanyisa Mayo also had another glorious opportunity from the corner kick. You understand? It was a great corner by Gonzalez, and then there was a great flick on header by Ambina, setting up Khanyisa Mayo, who blazed his header over the bar. I don't think Mayo was actually expecting that ball. If you looked at it, I don't think he was actually anticipating it. If you looked at his reaction, because you could see his body posture was very wrong as he met with that header. That's why he had to balloon his effort over the bar. That was a great opportunity again for City, showing with Khanyisa Mayo being at the heart of it all. And then eventually, guess what, man? Stellies did get their goal 2 minutes later after Reyners ballooned his effort. Guess through whom? Great combination between Reyners, as well as Devon Titus. Devon Titus picking up his spot, head up, you understand, waiting for seeing the fact that Anisat Ora was in acres of space. Great pick out from Devon Titus. Anisat Ora scoring his second league goal of the season for the Stellies. What a great effort. What a great goal. You understand? Quite often you see players actually balloon those efforts, sky those efforts, but wonderful composure from the Ivorian, getting his second league goal this season. Remember, he did score the winning goal against Amazulu 2 weeks ago at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. That was the winning goal for Stellies. And again, Anisat Ora is a great player. He's a gem for the Stellies team. Sorry about that. He is a gem for the Stellies team. And it was a massive 3 points for the Stellies. I understand. Taking them straight to 23 points. Only 2 points behind Cape Town City, who are currently now in second position. And they're only 7 points behind Mamelodi Sundowns. They're in great spirits. Their winning run continues. Stellenbosch. Now they've won 4 on the trot. This is Cape Town City's first defeat in 8 games. Understand? And as for Khanyisa Mayo, he won't be available in that crucial encounter against Mamelodi Sundowns due to the fact that he was sent off with the second yellow card after he did dive in the box in the stoppage time. Unfortunately for the citizens, it's back to the drawing board, and we hope to see them bounce back from this defeat.
For 2 diamond shape iyo lapha ke dlalwa iqembu suka ke uhlale kungekudala into zabelungu ke ayibethi ke ayiphumanga nemanual ingakho ke zinobhiqihixi ezine into zazo ke zihambe ke zingalungi kodwa ke uyasuka yahlala ke umdlalo suswe yila lapha ke iqembu le Orlando Pirates engapha ke lenkundla ke manje kuyilapha ke TS Galaxy asibheke lapha ke lapha ke emazingeni ke asasephansi yena ke umakareke asibhekana lithuba le TS Galaxy Mbatha nalithuba wasebenza uMelisi Buthelezi amagemgemu ephindelela kwishi akuvumi nasi sikhwishi lindo kuhle Mbatha uyabazi uMelisi Buthelezi njengoba ke esuka lapha ke endlini kaNempesa jika kamnandi uNdlondlo ufuna ukumfaka eyoni uHugo Vidal kodwa ke lidliwe leli bhola Vidal ulivezile Mahlangu into Tamakaringe eja postuma ngaba bayaja postuma ngabanye abafuna ukuduma ngeTS Galaxy namhlanje ke sibheke lapha ke free kick kukhona ke kusasa manje ukukulungisa Deon Hotto ya shale umpahla esikama kepula sakepula umhlaba wosipalasa ubhekisa phezulu bathi fasa phakania fasa ndoda emnyama wena wayiAfrika wena nkanye ziphila abanye basayibheka phezulu esiphakaphakeni phakathi enethini yena ke uDeon Hotto awu Hotto yadlala TV fake lapha ke phaketheni bese ke bedla phansi makungenzeka ke namhlanje kube kwenzeka ke okokuqala nqa uvuthuthu right Marayfetsa alithola umuntu ke ibhola phakathi eboxini iphasi kanokusho kana phasi lakho uyihlalele Marayfetsa akubheke nje uvuthuthu uyihlaba kayijongi athi hlaba ungayijongi mntana xa uyijongi izaba nenhloni soziye apho ufuna ukuthi iye khona ngakho ke uhlosanoka ulidayisile ke leli bhola nansi ambulance yasethembisa uvuthuthu right Marayfetsa nalithuba likaMakgopa hayi bafuna ke kuyibreaka ke manje iTS Galaxy ndaba ethethwa Ndlondlo akubheke nje eyiphola lakhe ke uOlisanta akubheke lapha ke mbukeli uvuthuthu awihlaba ungayijongi mntana awuyijongi izaba nenhloni sozike iye khona mawungayijonga nje ngeke iye khipha lapha ke iphasi kanokusho unke umushela ayizobuya sebuya lapha ke iambulance yasethembisa ethola lonke uhlobo lesiguli tito oyebili lokunqoba lo mdlalo sibheka lapha ke Munyayi ufuna ke umushela phatha ubona lapha ke Munyayi ecross inhle phakathi eboxini sebenza lapha ke Thapelo uthunile ephethe lapha ke iclean sheet abayo lapha ke Orlando Pirates pelepelo babela basentia uvuthuthu pelepelo babela basentia liphakathi eboxini Deon Hotto sibheka lapha ke Deon Hotto uyagoqa uHotto phakathi eboxini nalithuba le-Orlando Pirates ayikhona nalithuba Patrick Maswanganye bayamvimba ke uzobuyela futhi kuFortune Makaringe uyajika Makaringe ufuna ke indlela right Marayfetsa lisala ngemuva ke ibhola lakhe liphakathi eboxini ajika uvuthuthu lufuna ke uDeon Hotto kodwa ke usala phansi Deon Hotto ulwa nomeselele phansi ungaze ufunga ukuthi ke irobot yena ke uDeon Hotto into eshintsha nomiselele phansi asibheka lapha ke ibhola le-Orlando Pirates phakathi eboxini liyamhlula uza action areas ibhola lidlala lapha ke phakathi nenkundla isikhathi esiningi ayi lapha ke u54%. asibheka lapha ke ibhola le-TS Galaxy kungayithuba indleli le-TS Galaxy lapha ke uSamir Norkovic yena ke uMahlangu pheke lapha ke lensizwe yaseBrazil ukuthi ke zothi yenze njani ithuba le-TS Galaxy yamhlula lapha ke Samir Norkovic ukick ye-Orlando Pirates engapha ke nenkundla kuye lapha ke iTS Galaxy Pogiso Sanoka thuba ngapha ke nenkundla sibheke lapha ke Mahlangu ibhola le-TS Galaxy phakathi eboxini ithuba ayikhona liphumela ngaphandle kuzoba akupheke lapha ke Mahlangu eqedile ke ngempela uyalidayisa lapha ke leli bhola nanku ke umsebenzi wanda imali ingekho pass nespecially indlela yapass nanti ithuba le-Orlando Pirates sebenza lapha ke emuva akupheka nje ke shelela ngokushulwe nkani enhle ipass kabe lo dlala ungenele lapha ke uVincent Pule lawo lapha ke Platinum Stars sakhele lipasa nanti pass nespecially nali ithuba uyasebenza unozinti ithuba zakhele lipasa ayikhona esesebenze kangaka uzakhele lipasa ukuthi athole lapha ke igoli uthola amadoda ke ehamba yedwa yena ke upass nespecially unoshintsho unozinti hayi abakhulanga bethunywa nabafana be-Orlando Pirates abazi ukuthi ushintsho wenziwane bakhulele ema-suburbs i-free kick ye-Chiefs Galaxy kungenzeka yini ngemzuzu nje yokugcina bayidlisele ogageni i-Orlando Pirates bahlala ke ngokushesha ke leli bhola nalithuba phakathi ebhokisini sebenza Olisanda uyi-track Kabelo Dlamini libataka phakathi ebhokisini Patrick Maswanganyi sala phansi Khatebe liphakathi ebhokisini amakhanda uzoba yenye futhi i-corner kick uzoba yenye futhi i-clean sheet yena ke ushenge nangempela ke uxolo party uyishaka kodwa impempe yakhe uyishaka bili uyishaka thathu iyadla ke emnyama idla ke u3 points emnyama ngaye uDeon Hotto enhle i-free kick kanobusho athe wayithatha wayibeka lapha ke enethini yena ke uDeon Hotto sibonke bonke udlalela ke umdlalo ke uqala waze ke wayophela sihlangane ke ngolesithathu magamanxa ihora lesikhombisa Mamelodi Sundowns izobe yamkela lapha ke eCape Town Spurs magamanxa ke ihora lesikhombisa
ngobe lapha kahle kakhulu kunayo PLK City asali namhlanje nangasibona amafumo naye futhi ungowase Zimbabwe ukhona ke siyabona PLK City kufile kanjani la ngomathuludu khona udlala kahle kakhulu lapha emuva namaphangu ufo insizwa kana eyazwayo la ngomathuludu kade khuluma ngaye eyazwayo ukuthi lapha bayiqongotha ngempela emuva nemnyama nje Yusuf Mate siswini lapha nizobefana nenyongo ke ephithise nje ukhara umntaka Mukwena 4-2-3-1 uthede khona la ngapha i4-3-3 le ejwayelekileyo ke la ukhona ngikhala sithi ukuthi i-telephones ngamakhulu amabili qandeni lasuka ngoba futhi yonke imidlalo abashanga kuyo kabili kwelele nokho ngikule ngakhulu futhi ishaya lapha inqoba kabili besashoko kanti yona iPLK City yadlala nje qoba kanye lapha indaba ende mafumo ngicabanga ngapho police usaliphosa hotel police noko lapho ngaphandle unyelo nwabi namdubel ngabanje ngapha kwathi siyaqonda ngola phana ethi uzoshayina ekhanda uma yina bebheketeleke lapha na police lengabiba la qualify uspola yi noma nanta ke futhi ijubane ke izovela phana ayikhona lakhi suka ndini ngokuthusesa ngale nto sizogoba yini ukhona amathuluzi izogijima phambili lapha nangalivela ku-18 nalithuba wayixhimfa uvuma uyasibona lapha ngincema lapha ngonyalo lwabi amizake la mafumo alimu ngisho njalo kakhulu isifike kahle othabezo pakisi nabanye njengabona sabona lapha nangobala wonke isithathu labuyela futhi wala futhi uvuma akavumi ngempela awa unyalo nwabi nawe kuphina kuphi lapho khona uyabona nje behlaba ngekhanda wathi yasamba lapho wavimba walibhula uyena umathuludi unyana umathuludi vimba uvuma akavumi ngempela ukuthi ukutsi ingozi ongasheshi lapha nalo-ke lithuba lapha ayikho yashasibula umzimba endinika lapha ithuba elihlakulu lamanje simbona ushayile usaya manje ayikhona wathi ushaya umshushe phansi omgunda tshani wayifunda ivaliwe moza bame ngani ubeke lapha amakhanda phela nangahlaba laphana ngaphandle bekade izanyo laphana yena wayegijima kanje futhi selapha police. The highlights. Now I'm going to put the icon. Look, baller. Each one is going to love now. Police about 20 months from now. There's another one. Oh, one you got. Oh, again, ngokudla phanele ithuba kamele yavela ngale uyagudla usuka vele umnikile kanti kukhulusa labo nangmodi ayikhona bavile mova nangomanje umthetho ke lapha lapha ezawuqonda naliveza kana ubeka ukuthi line phezulu kwamapande phezulu banengo tilwayo labile ke futhi kukhulusa la ngeliveza ke manje ngotha nokho uchaba vele la vela vela ngaphandle le ubekele shoulder naloku lapha nithole chief namanje manje futhi washaya ku yenzeka indaba ngelanga lenye konakele hayi konakele umbola bethitha kancane mshabelo elifela ngapha ngoyinyalo nwabo nangeqonda futhi umodi ashaya laphana ngunya lamudla ke unozinti lamudla unozinti vale phakathi laphana ummodi binto mototo ibhande nathi mathuludi bathi baphakathi baqimeza ngemali ingozi oh nanje yena lokusayile ungathi ummodi wayibiza ke lapha ngempela ya unikane amakhanda aceleni kwebhali nokho abazange bathi kumshoka lathi umuntu lagcwala phama oh bedlala bavela futhi lapha ijiwena lakhe uModi nangumodi ke manje uyaqonda futhi uModi nanti thuba laphumela ngaphandle lophona phumela ngaphandle uzofaka futhi esikhathini lapha bese qhamuka ke njengobona nje usayile bamvimba labathi class for now yena futhi yena usayile kade yalapha ichubane futhi ingozi le nalithuba ke nalithuba alivimba uBruce lapha ngunyalo nwabi fonele football veza lapha mboye intambende isilamshisa kodwa lapho laphela ngaphandle masikenye ichubane ke manje bazobamba yini kule counter le asibona ukuthi lapha nangmodi kweyitina ayikhona wayivimba lapho ngikhiphela ngaphandle usho ukuthi uphele umdlalo osewushisa ngendlela emanganisana nangumodi futhi eqashuka laphana eqama ngqabithi yabona ukuthi uyaliveza walivala laphana onkakhela phela ngaphandle lelobona uneke nokho bona angena likhona abashaya ngathuna bola phela phela amakhanda yafuneka futhi ana ingozi kishe kishe kwala ngadliwe ngempela lezobuyela futhi ushawuke bekhona ayikho ingathithi wayiqeda ke leyo umdlalo yena ujeli umntakashabani wathi awuphele umdlalo sengibonile.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I mean, a beautiful Sunday evening. Yes, it has just passed 6 o'clock in the PM, right? So, it has been a wonderful weekend of sporting action, live sporting action. We've been part of it. It's always a pleasure to be part of it. It's always a privilege to be a part of the wonderful sporting action that we get to witness and we get to inform you guys on and actually, unite a community together, bring you guys together, and all of y'all, that actually are in love with the wonderful game, the beautiful game, right? So let's start with the DStv Premiership, the games that took place yesterday. I want to focus specifically on those games first, because obviously Those are the two biggest clubs in South African football, whereas I'm talking about Orlando Pirates as well as Kaizer Chiefs. So the first game that we witnessed was the game between Polokwane City as well as Amakhosi, which is Kaizer Chiefs, at the Peter Mokaba Stadium in Limpopo. Polokwane City being Polokwane being the capital of Limpopo. So Polokwane City took on Kaizer Chiefs at the Peter Mokaba Stadium. So both of these clubs they haven't had a great run of late recently. I think with Polokwane City, it has just been affected by the fact the departure of their head coach, Letlo Nolosiema, who has soon joined their local rivals, Sekhukhune United. I think ever since Letlo Nolosiema has departed the club, you can see there's a lot of it's really, there's a lot of things that are not going according to plan, as we did witness in that 2-0 defeat to TS Galaxy at the Mbombela Stadium, as well as we did witness now against Kaizer Chiefs, right? But if you look at this game between Kaizer Chiefs and Polokwane City, it was pretty much of a close game. First half, there was not really much in terms of action, right? We saw only for Kaizer Chiefs, they had that one opportunity. I think Christian Saile played very well for Kaizer Chiefs, right? He had that one opportunity where he brought down the ball, he controlled the ball very well, bringing it down onto his favorite left foot, right? You could see what he was trying to do. The intention was for him to place the ball nicely into the bottom corner. Unfortunately, it was well read by the Polokwane City goalkeeper. It was well read by the Polokwane City goalkeeper. But great idea from Saile to want to place the ball into the bottom corner. It was a great idea. Maybe he should have just added a bit of more height, where a goalkeeper wouldn't stand a chance of even reaching the ball. But anyways, great effort, great anticipation, well read from the goalkeeper. Right, so basically there were no changes from the Kaizer Chiefs team that actually took on, that last played against Swallows in the Soweto derby. We saw they started with Pule Modi up front alongside Christian Saile, as well as Ranga Chivaviro being their centre forward. Also, the midfield was also unchanged, with Nkosi Philile Ngcobo playing alongside Yusuf Mart as well as Sibongiseni Mthethwa. So both of us, we all know that obviously Sibongiseni Mthethwa as well as Yusuf Mart are kind of defensive midfielders, and then obviously Nkosi Philile Ngcobo, Umshini, would be playing more in an attacking free role, right? It was also unchanged, but the only change that did come was Sfiso Hlanti playing at left back, and then we saw it Milton Dove now being deported at central defense, on the left side of central defense, alongside Kevin Msimango in that central defensive partnership. And then on the right hand side, right back, we saw Rief Frosler starting out at right back, as well as Bruce Vuma getting his second clean sheet in consecutive games. So obviously Kaizer Chiefs won this game by 1-0, right, against Polokwane City. But truth must be told, I think it was this match was up for the taking. Both teams were not really as clinical. Both teams really lacked game management. Both teams were just lacking in terms of a whole lot of things. Like I said, both teams were just lacking in terms of a whole lot of things, right? In terms of managing the game, spreading those passes quickly, being able to make those diagonal runs, being able to create combination plays. The creative spark was also lacking from both clubs, right? Because if you look at the way how the Chiefs goal was scored, yes, Chiefs were very dominant in the second stanza. In the second half, I meant to say, they were very dominant. They started the game at fast pace, which is the second half. They started the second half at fast pace. You could see that, now they really want to go for it. They want to take all the responsibility and actually go for all the 3 points. And yes, they were rewarded in the 51st minute of the game as Pule Modi grabbed his 4th league goal of the season. And what a brilliant goal again it was by Pule Modi. I mean, that was individual brilliance. Once again, scoring from outside of the box. Goalkeeper was left flat-footed. It was nice, driven, nice and low, where goalkeeper was left flat-footed. He stood no chance of saving that one, right? That was a great goal by Pule Modi. Again, individual brilliance. Again, we talk about the player responsibility. The responsibility of those key players, the likes of Pule Modi, the likes of Christian Saile. Those are the players that you'd expect they need to show more responsibility, and give credit to Pule Modi. He did show the responsibility. From that point onwards, Kaizer Chiefs, they didn't really create much in terms of goal, but they had a lot of opportunities on the counter. They had plenty of chances on the counter attack. We saw when Christian Saile was concerned, yes, again it was just the decision making. Yes, it was well read by the PLK City defense, but again, sometimes when you're on the counter attack, you need to show a little bit of more calm. You need to be more level headed. You need to be cool headed, as well as it's very important for you when you're on the counter attack, right? You need to understand that it's very important for you to be clinical in front of goal and for you to capitalize on those kind of opportunities, right? Whether it's a half chance or not, due to the fact that, remember, right now you're only leading by a one goal lead, right? Which is a very slender lead, especially when you're playing away from home. You're playing against a good PLK City side, right? That has got fast-paced players, that have got players like the likes of Apollos, the likes of Mashikinya, the likes of Chauke. Those are the kind of players that you see in this rise and shine team that can actually harm you if you're not clinical in front of goal, right? And again, they also had another counter-attack opportunity, whereas it was Pule Modi concerned, it was a 3 versus 1, right? You saw also Mteto was making a late run, but unfortunately for the goal scorer, Pule Modi, I don't think he was even looking up to see where he was even looking up to see whether there was a PLK City defender that was coming to come and block that attempted cross, because that was another counter-attacking chance that went a-begging, where Kaizer Chiefs failed to capitalize on. They should have capitalized on that one and made it count and actually sealed the game by scoring like second goal, which would have been the insurance goal in sealing all 3 points for Kaizer Chiefs, right? But yes, nonetheless, congratulations once again to Kaizer Chiefs. Congratulations to the man of the match, Pule Modi, well deserved. Wonderful individual goal, individual brilliance, wonderful solo effort. Give credit to the likes of also Saile, he had a great game. Give credit to Yusuf Mart, the captain, he put on a decent shift. I don't know why people are hating on the guy. Yes, I understand maybe he's not really the ideal guy that you would put in that midfield, but I feel like he really did put in a solid shift. In the past few games, he has really been solid. Remember in the game against Swallows, he's the one who got the assist. He's the one who got the assist for Christian Saile's winning goal. He also did get the assist in that 3-2 victory over Cape Town Spurs, assisting Castillo, and he was the man of the match. He put on a decent shift. So for the past 4 to 5 games, Yusuf Mart has been putting in a great shift. What I think is the issue with Kaizer Chiefs is that Kaizer Chiefs, where they really need to improve, yes, it's 2 wins from 2. Yes, and Kevin Johnson, he has played already 5 games, right? 5 games under coach Kevin Johnson. He has only won 3 out of those 5 games and lost 2. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Pretty decent. There's a room for positivity. There's a room for say, what, okay, fine. Things are actually coming together. Maybe the pieces of the puzzle is starting to fit well. But what I'm saying in terms of, if you have to look at Kaizer Chiefs, where Kaizer Chiefs is concerned, right? Kaizer Chiefs really need to improve in a lot of areas of their game, and one being game management. Game management. I don't think Kaizer Chiefs have really improved on that. They're not really very good on managing the game effectively, especially when they're in control of the game. When I say when they're in control of the game, I mean they're already in the lead. They're leading by a 1-0. So you'd expect more composure from them. You'd expect them to hold on to the ball, right? If they struggle to break down the opposition defense, right? Whereas they are already leading by a 1-0. You cannot invite pressure at all from the opposition. What you must just do, you need to understand that you are the bigger club. You are Kaizer Chiefs, right? You are the bigger club here. So you need to understand the fact that right now we're only leading by a 1-0. What needs to happen from this point onwards is that we need to hold on to the ball, keep the ball, and utilize the ball effectively to that extent whereby we frustrate our opponent, right? Because now our opponent is more under pressure, right? So now you frustrate the opponent by just keeping the ball. You understand? Circulating the ball amongst yourselves. You understand? Especially in their half. You understand? As well as, by doing that, you even force them to even make tackles. You understand? Out of frustration because they want to win possession. Perhaps you will force a yellow card. You can even force a red card, right? And on top of the fact that now you're making your opponent run out of steam. You understand? They run out of steam. And now they don't have that fighting spirit anymore in them. They no longer have that confidence to get back into the game because now you are frustrating them, which is something that Kaizer Chiefs is lacking because they struggle to keep the ball. They struggle to manage the game. You understand? And they are Kaizer Chiefs. This is a big club. They're supposed to manage the game effectively and efficiently because already you're leading by a goal to nil, right? With 30 minutes, 25 minutes, or 20 minutes or so to go till the final whistle. Right now, what's important is that if you are to get the second goal or get the third goal or the fourth goal, right, you just need to manage the game effectively. And don't panic when you have the ball. Don't panic. Because that's what I'm seeing from these Kaizer Chiefs players. They panic when they have the ball. Now they play this kind of football where they pass the ball to the back and then they just kick the ball forward in the hope that one of their players will latch onto that second ball. That's not how football is played, especially if you're a big club like Kaizer Chiefs. That's not how football is supposed to be played. Football should be made simple. Keep the ball, circulate the ball, play well with possession, get into those pockets of space, show more energy, show more enthusiasm, show more drive that you want to win the game, focus and concentrate. Because it's one thing that I'm seeing where Kaizer Chiefs is really lacking. You look at a player like Reef Frosler, who also very well, he's not a good passer of the ball. He's not a good passer at all of the ball. Yes, there are certain elements of his game where he excels in, such as making those runs, bringing in those crosses. But he's not a good passer of the ball. As you saw, he gave away possession very cheaply. Up until the fact that he even committed an unnecessary foul in a very dangerous area. Luckily, they were not punished for that. But look, if you're playing against any other club, any other team could have capitalized on that opportunity, that set piece opportunity. That's why I say you cannot make silly mistakes, such as just giving possession away unnecessarily, cheaply, especially in your half. You understand? But hey, congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. This is 2 wins from 2. They now move up to 6th position. They leapfrog Golden Arrows right now, currently. Now they are both on 20 points. They're level on points with Golden Arrows at 20 points. They're 6th on the table. They've only won 6 games so far this season, and they've lost 6 games as well, Kaizer Chiefs. On top of the fact, right now, Golden Arrows, bear in mind, Golden Arrows do have a game in hand over Kaizer Chiefs. So if I'm a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, if you are a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, I wouldn't be too excited yet because also Orlando Pirates is above Kaizer Chiefs. They've moved up above Kaizer Chiefs in 5th position with that 1-0 victory over TS Galaxy at the Orlando Stadium. Orlando Pirates are currently now on 22 points, 2 points ahead of their Soweto rivals Kaizer Chiefs in 5th position with a game in hand as well. So if I'm a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, if you are Kaizer Chiefs, what has to happen from this point onwards is that you just need to continue being consistent, winning the games, and actually improving at those minor aspects that I spoke about, that I touched on. But hey, congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. As for PLK City, 2 defeats in a row. They now go all the way back to 11th position. You understand? Level on points with Letlonolo CMS Kukune United, their former coach, their former manager. They are also now level on points with Royal AM, who are also in 12th with 17 points. Who play Richards Bay in the local KZN derby at the Harry Gwala Stadium in Peter Marisburg. So we'll see how that goes. So let's go straight to Orlando Stadium. Orlando Stadium where the game took place between Orlando Pirates taking on TS Galaxy, the Rockets, right? The team that just made it to the Carling Knockout Cup final, where they will face off against Stellenbosch FC in next week Saturday's Cup final at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. The game is scheduled to take place on the 17th of November. 17th of November, save the date, ladies and gentlemen, 17th of November at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. So let's get straight to it. Orlando Pirates coming into this one, yes, 4 games unbeaten since that defeat to Cape Town Spurs. Yes, they drew. They drew their last game. They won their last game against Swallows by 2-0 in that Soweto derby, as well as they also drew 0-0 against Richards Bay FC. They won the derby against Kaizer Chiefs. They also won against the Kukune. So coming into this one, they were 4 games unbeaten, right? But although to say the least, their performances also this season haven't really reflected You know, the spirit of a team that really wants to compete for titles, that really wants to compete with Mamelodi Sundowns for the league honors, right? Because right now, as you can see, Orlando Pirates are now currently 8 points behind Mamelodi Sundowns, and they've played 3 games more than the Brazilians, who are at the top of the table. Seemingly, they look like they're runaway leaders. You know, with only 10 games played. The rest of the teams in the PSL have played more games than them, 3 or 4 games more than Mamelodi Sundowns, but they've already left the gap. Remember, now they've broken records, Mamelodi Sundowns, by being the first club in the PSL era to win 10 of their opening league games of the season. So they maintain their 100% record. Orlando Pirates, yes, they started the game very slowly against TS Galaxy. Also, TS Galaxy have had a woeful league record coming into this one. Luckily, they won by 2-0 against PLK City, right? That was their first win in many games. So they at least came into this game with their heads held on a high after also reaching the cup final. So, it was anticipated to be a cracking game, So TS Galaxy were the team that actually started the best. In the first 7 minutes of the game, they had 3 good opportunities, 3 golden chances. Lindo Buhle having the first, which was a wonderful save by Melusi Buthelezi, and then the goalkeeper made a double save by denying on form Letlonolo Mujela from close range. So that was a double save for the Orlando Pirates goalkeeper Melusi Buthelezi. Double save, wonderful. You understand? And then we saw Spiwa Mahlangu had a wonderful opportunity. You could see after he was played in wonderfully by a wonderful through ball by Brazilian Hugo Vidal. Set him up on goal, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. You could see the intention. The intention was good, but still, that was a great chance that went a begging. You understand? Maybe what you would advise Spiwa Mahlangu to have done is maybe chip the ball over the goalkeeper, because the goalkeeper was already rushing towards him and the goalkeeper had already committed. The best thing that he could have done was just to chip the ball over the goalkeeper, and which is something he didn't do. He opted to round the goalkeeper. Not a bad option, but at the same time, the chance went a begging. He was not aware of the fact that Makaringa was lurking behind him. And give credit to Fortune Makaringa. He seems to have adapted very well to that right back position. Knowing Fortune Makaringa, he's much better. He's much more of a central midfield player, but he has adapted to that right back position. He's just like a Camavinga of Real Madrid, right? So you look at how now with TS Galaxy missing those 3 chances, you knew that it would eventually come back to bite them, as it did. A brilliant free kick, a brilliant set piece by Deon Hotto, straight right into the bottom. You understand? He hit it nicely. Wonderful set piece, wonderful free kick by the Namibian. That was a great free kick. He hit it nicely. He placed it nicely into the bottom. Goalkeeper was flat-footed again. He was flat-footed. He stood no chance of getting to the ball. You understand? Great free kick by Deon Hotto. Great goal, giving Orlando Pirates the lead. The much-needed advantage in the 25th minute of the game after they have absorbed so much pressure from their opponents, the Rockets. And yes, it did say to the fact that, look, TS Galaxy were bound to rue those missed opportunities in the opening 10 minutes of the game. From that point onwards, obviously, it was end-to-end stuff. It was basically level, right? In terms of the playing style from both clubs, but Orlando Pirates really showed more intent in terms of like wanting to double their advantage. We saw with Ratomo bringing in a first-time cross, but again, there were no numbers in the box, So we did also see Ndlondlo had an opportunity as well, which was a great save by the TS Galaxy goalkeeper as well. And then we also saw more from Orlando Pirates. We saw Lepasa. He almost got a goal after so much hard work, doing so well to eliminate the defender, creating an opportunity, where the goalkeeper parried it, but it was brought back to Ilepasa. He made a late dazzling run into the box. He skied his effort. He ballooned his effort over the bar. That could have been a goal for him against his former club. A much-needed goal for Zakhele Lepasa because he hasn't scored in a couple of matches since returning from injury. The last time Zakhele Lepasa did score for Orlando Pirates was at the beginning of last month. So he hasn't really found the back of the net in many games, and that could have done so much more of a confidence booster, due to the fact that, if you look at the way how he started the season, he started like a house on fire, but now he has really been lacking. He has been slacking in the couple of games. So Zakhele Lepasa missed a golden opportunity. As well as Orlando Pirates, man, they missed a lot of couple of opportunities to wrap the game. Also, we saw with Ratomo, great footwork by Kumvudi, the Congolese. Great footwork by him, great pass by him, great vision and ability from the Congolese. Setting up Ratomo, Katlego Mofokeng, one-on-one. I guess he could have done better, but great save by the TS Galaxy goalkeeper once again. So all the needed 3 points for Orlando Pirates. But yes, like I said, Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, same WhatsApp group. They really need to improve in terms of being more clinical in front of goal. They need to put the ball into the back of the net. They need to score more goals, because if they're not going to be more clinical in front of goal, then it's going to really have an impact on how their season might end, because there are certain opposition clubs that can punish for you not taking your chances. Unfortunately, TS Galaxy just didn't have the quality to do so, to punish their opponents for missing those key chances. But luckily, Orlando Pirates, the Buccaneers, congratulations to them for holding on to the much needed 3 points. And yes, it is a massive confidence booster. They now go 5 games unbeaten. Congrats, man. And once again, we'll be in touch pretty soon.